You're here. I hear you. Do you hear me? Kristen?
Sorry, did I not mute myself?
That's okay. Hi.
Hi,
You're okay. Good morning.
I'm trying to screen mirror you to the TV here.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just me and Kirsten.
Hi, Kirsten.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. Nice to see you. Yeah. Nice to hear you. Nice to hear you.
I know, normally I would be down there, but I'm slow moving today, so.
That's what I just said. I didn't get home from work until 12:30 last night.
Oh, wow.
I am not used to that.
Wow. Yeah, you're not just staying up watching TV or reading a book, you're working, so makes you more tired when you're doing stuff like that.
Well, let's do yoga. I'm happy to be back. I think we might have Amy join us. I miss music. So I'm just gonna try to do it again. Kristen, you don't have to answer me, but I am gonna try doing music today. And just for the people that are here. And if it's super, super distracting, I want you to just interrupt and let me know, and I will stop it. Otherwise, I just want to try it. I know. Well, what I've noticed is I do my own morning practice. And yeah, you can see me, okay, right? Yeah. I do my own morning practice every morning, and I do it with music, and I just feel like I don't know, I can let go about everything else around me and kind of just zone in. Yeah. So I kind of like that. So when we start moving, we're gonna just try it. It's just the three of us, maybe Amy, so it's a good day to try it anyway, you know what I mean? I don't know where Beth is, I haven't heard from her. But thank you, I also got the one more yesterday, so I just saw that, thank you so much. I thought we made a mistake, and I was like, let me just ask her, because I wasn't sure. No, very good. Oh, I know, because it came up so quick, I thought you just did it, so I was like, all right, so let's see, let me just make sure I'm not getting texted or anything. Oh, I can't wait, we'll be outside soon. I know. This week is supposed to be really warm. Really? It's 60 this week. Oh my God. I brought it back from Florida. You did? That was awesome. I don't trust it, that it's supposed to be. No, I know. Well, I don't trust people out on the lake. No, I know. I'll be with you shortly. That's why I'm not snowboarding. No, I know. Yeah, I know. Well, I saw people out there yesterday, and I was like, it's all right here, it's all open. It is open. It's open right by where all the I don't know what you call them, but the sewers go in, or the piping. Yeah. I want to do not disturb. Here we go. Because my husband, no matter how many times I tell him I teach yoga at 8 on Sundays, he calls at 8:30. Every Sunday, I know. That's all right. We'll give him passes for things. Yep. But the good definitely outweighs the bad. Okay, so let's just get started. So, I've been working with a yoga therapist. And she's been giving me some practices that I've been doing, and they're wonderful. So I'm going to kind of incorporate some of the stuff. It's all for anxiety. So it's just like really, really good, because it's just giving me this little practice that I can do for 15 minutes, that if I feel myself heightened, and it's been working. So, and I'm like, oh, what a great way. The way I got into this is because my yoga therapy school, because of COVID, people are having a hard time graduating, because they're having a hard time finding people to work with for 6 months. So like, I have to work with 2 people. I actually just found my second person. So now I have my 2 people. I work with them for 6 months, and then I do a whole case study. So I'll be done with all my requirements in May. I'm not going to be done with case studies, because I'm just starting now, which is fine, because I always have this to go back to, like this resources, this teacher, da, 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 da. So they instead opened it up to students. I could work with people in the school, just to, and I'm like, what better way to learn if it works, or like if these practices, like I'll be very transparent, and I'll do the practices, I'll do what they tell me to do, and we'll see. So, I just said I wanted to work on anxiety, and she gave me breath work and this practice, and I've never really connected the longer exhales as we're gonna do today into my practice as much as I've been doing. And I'm just saying this now just to keep it in the back of your head, but I'll talk us through it. And I can't believe, I mean, I was just like, oh yeah, within 15 minutes. So the stuff works. So I just want to kind of, we'll just do it and see how we feel. And, but I also want to get the movement and everything in. So we're going to like add that in. So we'll maybe add it in the beginning and the end. So we just feel nice and calm. All right, so that's that. Something that I heard this week that really resonated and stuck with me, and then like other circumstances, but what really kind of stuck with me was happiness is an inside job. Stop outsourcing for it. I like that. Isn't that good? We shouldn't outsource for it. Or, look outside of ourselves or external things or people, attachment. Yeah. Right, all right, yeah, it's hard, you gotta learn the hard way, unfortunately, when it comes to that. Oh, good, Amy is here, all right, we got our girls. Amy, Kristen, all right, we got everybody, so yeah, I just really like that. And it's like, we all come to a point where we need change sometimes, and we don't know what it is. We just know that things just, I don't know, you either get stuck or you just have nothing like to look forward to or something. How you get, sometimes it's like, okay, well, what now? It's like, because we're constantly grabbing and going and reaching out for something. So then you get those things, but that doesn't satisfy you. So it's like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? So, it's like almost you start to think, what is next? When is it enough? So I think COVID has had a big impact on making people realize that, those are just things. A lot of this is things. I know I've been becoming more minimal and minimal and minimal. Like I want to take everything, because it just feels, because I don't need it. It's just like extra stuff, weight. And it feels so good. Or just like, I haven't done it, so I'm just envisioning how good it would feel to clean out your garage. You know what I mean? Or like cleaning out your closet. Oh my gosh. Or, going to, and just getting rid and having this nice, simple, it's just like the best feeling. So we can do that with our minds too. Like we have a lot of extra junk that we take in and we keep that we don't need, or that's not ours. And our minds too, like they're like I always like to think of it as like a computer system. And my teacher that I was listening to this week, he said that they are like a computer system, and your senses are like, what did he say? I think he said like the microphone is your hearing, or you put the camera in, that's your sight. It's like you could think of the camera, the computer really as you, and your senses are all these different like outputs or inputs or things. And we take in all this information into this computer system, and it's like, it's whether it's impressions from our childhood, it's whether it's just all this constant stimulation and just information, so much information. Sometimes it's hard to discern like what's truth, what's real for you, and what's not just that mind, that just stuff. There's a lot of stuff. So that's why we meditate. Meditation, it just like kind of quiets all that down. It's like a bath for your mind. It's like it's like a nice cleansing bath for your mind, because you really don't need all that stuff. Just like you don't need 20 pairs of shoes when you don't go anywhere, or like we we could let go of a lot of things. And we could let go of a lot of things in our minds. So that's just what I wanted to talk about, why we meditate. And yeah, happiness is up to you. It's a choice. Sometimes things happen, or sometimes we have, imbalances, whether it's chemically or, emotionally, but physically, if we have ailments, and, sometimes those things that can bring us out of harmony. That's okay. I mean, that's just life. We are human and we do have emotions. I'm not saying that we have to be always so positive all the time and, just don't let yourself go there and, just you are what you say you are. So it is hard. I'm not saying that you have to be delusional, because that would be delusional. But it's more of coming to a place where you can check in and you can anchor yourself so that you can be steady when all those hard things do come, and you can not to be content in it, but to be okay in that, just as okay as when the awesome things happen. Where you don't just get totally unraveled thinking life's so great, and because it's not gonna last. It doesn't. It doesn't last. That's part of life. That is the ebb and flow. And it's a beautiful thing, and enjoy the wonderful times. But know that you can also do the hard things, and that's not gonna completely unshake you, like, take you completely off your ground. So, I'll do that. All right, good. So let's do some breath work to start. Like I said, I don't know if Amy was here in the beginning, but I've been working with a yoga therapist. I'm working on anxiety. I'm really liking the practices, so I'm going to just incorporate a couple of these practices. As we start moving, I'm also going to start music. If it's very distracting to you guys, I want you to interrupt me, unmute yourself, and tell me, and I will stop it. But kind of want to get music back. I want to get everybody back. It's going to be nice out. We're going to start doing yoga by the lake. Then I don't care about music. But yeah, I just like it. All right, so we're going to do a 3-part breath. So for 3-part breath, you can keep like one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Sit up nice and tall. Just like take a moment to kind of ground down, stack your bones, really get into that sit bones, and then crown tall. And then just start to breathe, but don't judge it. Just kind of start to connect to your breath. Just noticing how you arrived here with no judgment. Whether you slept funny, whether you had a rough night, your tummy hurts, or just whatever it is, just arrive, welcome yourself here into this moment. Each breath, creating more space, lengthening each inhale and exhale. As we inhale, you feel the breath go through the nostrils and all the way down to the chest, the ribs, and the belly. As you exhale, the air comes all the way out, the belly pushes back to the spine, releasing the breath all the way out from the belly, ribs, chest, out the nose. Big inhale through the nose as we expand, chest, ribs, belly. Exhale all the way out. This is a practice, so we just try to learn to, as we inhale, we expand the breath, expand the belly like a balloon. And as we exhale, we let it all out as the balloon deflates. Bring that belly button all the way back to the spine. Inhale and exhale. Just let the breath bring you to the present moment. As we inhale and exhale, we're going to slowly start to lengthen our exhales. So you don't have to count, but if you wanted to maybe just try to even it out, just to give yourself some sort of metric. Maybe you inhale for the count of 4, and as you exhale, maybe you count to the count of 6, 7, or 8. Music, we just continue to breathe here, just longer exhales. Maybe bring the Ujjayi breath into it, where you just kind of have a slight restriction from your throat. Keep breathing here. Maybe start to, as you do that long exhale, maybe do a slight pause, maybe for the count of 2. And then you take that inhale. Chest, belly, ribs. Exhale, belly, ribs, chest. Long exhales with a slight pause. Maybe start to even lengthen the exhale a little bit longer. Okay, release the hands. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, we're gonna interlace the fingers, really reach the palms up towards the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, release the right hand down to the side, maybe the forearm, and really lean over to the right. Try to reach over to the right as your left sit bone, sit down to the mat. Breathe here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, use those obliques, come all the way over to the other side. See if you can come down to that forearm, maybe you have a block or something here. Really reach, feel that stretch all on the right side body as you breathe. Back to the other side. Inhale, exhale. Other side, inhale, exhale. Just go back, side to side, match it to your breath. Inhale, exhale, really long exhales. Nice big stretches, wake up the body. One more time, each side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand comes to right knee, right hand reaches back. We're gonna look over that shoulder, breathe. 3 breaths here. Release that right hand, bring that all the way over to the left knee. Left hand reaches back over that left shoulder, breathe. Release that. Hands just come to fingertips or tip the fingertips to the side of you. I'm just gonna inhale the neck back. Nice and slow. Exhale, chin to chest. One more. Exhale, chin to chest. Slowly bring that left ear to the right ear, left ear to the right, left ear to left shoulder. And then see if you can walk those fingertips out to the right a little bit more. And breathe. Slowly walk those fingers back, roll the head down. chin to chest, and then slowly bring that right ear to right shoulder. Walk those left fingertips out and breathe. Okay, roll the head down, big circle with the head. Reverse it. Okay, we're gonna meet in all fours, cat cow. Cat cow, we can fan the fingers out, push into the pads of the fingers, knees come underneath the hips, belly down, inhale, up. Exhale, round the spine, bow to your heart, belly down, inhale, up. Exhale, maybe just play around with your wrists while you do this, maybe flip them around if that feels good. Belly down, inhale, up. So we're just gonna do a little hand stretch as we do our cat cow. Maybe you make some room with your hips and bring your hips back to your right ankle, left ankle up. Just kind of playing around here for a little while. So just some movements that feel good for you today. Big inhales, big exhales. Just stay down the body with your whole parts of the spine. Okay, now we're gonna tuck our toes and we're gonna come into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips. Arms, shoulder blades come towards one another. Hips are up towards the sky, pressing into the palms and hands. Heels are going towards the mat, but they don't have to go all the way there. Hips up towards the sky. Shake your head, yes. Release tension, anything in the jaw. Fill out the feet if that feels good. Keep breathing. Okay, from here, we're just gonna go from down dog. We're gonna do nice slow breaths. We're gonna inhale, knees down into our cat. Into our cow. Slow exhale, we push back into child's pose. Let all the air out. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale, tuck the toes. We're gonna do that 5 times into downward facing dog. Let all the air out. Inhale, knees down, belly down, look up. Exhale, child's pose. Really bring those hips back to the heels. Bring the forehead down. Inhale, belly down, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees down, belly down, look up. Exhale, child's pose. 3 more times, just like that. Belly down, look up. Downward facing dog. Knees down. Child's pose. Cow. Downward facing dog. 2 more times. Knees down. Child's pose. Just matching the start of breath, the long exhales. Belly down, downward facing dog. Last one. Knees down. Child's pose. Knees down, downward facing. Hang out here for 5 breaths. Then peel up those feet if you need to. Maybe just stay stagnant here. Really, those hips go up towards the sky, heels towards the mat. Breathe. Long inhales, long exhales. Come up to your tippy toes, look towards the front of the mat, walk towards the front of the mat, forward fold. I forgot how to talk since last time we did yoga. Oh. We're gonna just hang here, you guys. Maybe just look back a little bit, back and forth, shifting the weight from the tops of the feet to the back of the feet. And then try to feel all four corners of the feet grounded into the mat. Maybe have a slight bend in the knees. Maybe pedal out the knees, big pedals. Breathe. Okay, we're gonna bend in our knees, press into our heels, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Stand here in our mountain pose, nice and strong, in front of our mat. Feel the energy. Now I want you to bring your hands down. We're gonna stand nice and strong in mountain pose. In mountain, I want you to feel all four corners of your feet. I kind of want you to like dial in, like you're screwing yourself into the mat, where your knees come into internally rotated almost. In your pelvis, I want you to engage your core. So I'm being a little dramatic, but I'm like really tilting my pelvis to engage everything, but I can still breathe. My shoulders are gonna come away from my ears. Nice and strong here. And I'm breathing. This next sequence is just, we're gonna inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, arms go forward. Nice and slow, exhale all the way out, forward fold. We even like really bring our chin to our chest, like really like kind of look at our heart. Press into the heels, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, so just to let you guys know, we're going to do that 5 times. So this is really slowing down the parasympathetic, but we're going to get a lot of hard work in. So these are these poses I was telling you guys about. So just so you know, that's all it is. It's just the inhale, exhale, all the breath out as you go down. And then how I said, like, see how I went like this? I even go down even further, and I really tuck my chin, because that's getting all back here. And let all the air out. So it's going to be a nice slow movement. So we'll do 4 more of those, okay? So a nice mountain pose, nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale, really reach, hinge forward. Let all the air out as you drop forward. And then when you're ready to inhale, press into the heel, bend the knees, inhale up. Exhale, hands on heart center. Maybe close your eyes or look at right in front of you, just kind of calming it down. Inhale, matching into your breath. Exhale. Let all the air out. Inhale. 1. Last one. That's the part. All right, we're gonna step all the way back with our right foot. So we're gonna come into warrior 2 here. So our left knee is directly over our left ankle. It's like dialing out towards that second toe a little bit. We got a straight line from the front arch to the middle or from the ankle. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Toast. Okay, start this over. Front heel, in the middle of the back arch should be a nice straight line of energy throughout. Looking over the left fingertips, nice and strong here, keep breathing. Our next sequence, this is it. So we're warrior 2, and then exhale to side ankle, let all that air out. Inhale, warrior 2, doing this 5 times. Exhale, all the air out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, left toes go to meet the right triangle, 5-pointed star, not triangle, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Left hand comes underneath the forehead, right hand reaches towards the sky. Breathe. Now we're gonna just bend into that left knee. Our hands are gonna come up to our prayer hands here. Inhale, exhale to the right knee. Inhale up, exhale up. 5 times. So just go ahead, inhale and up. I'll tell you when we're done. It's not easy, so great job, guys. Okay, 5-point star, inhale on top. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Right hand comes underneath the forehead, left hand reaches. Breathe. Okay, hands into prayer, right, bend into that right knee. Inhale up, left hand, or left knee, inhale up, other side. Inhales and exhales. Awesome job, inhale on top. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Here, just breathing here, nice and strong, get nice and set up. Hold to your breath. You're anchored to the present moment. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Use the core, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale 2 more. Right toes go to meet the left, 5-point star. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, heels are gonna come in. Tend the fingertips, nice slow backwards up. Heels are gonna come in. We're gonna come into our goddess. Inhale, arms up. Hands to our tops of our thighs. Right shoulder comes into the middle. Inhale up. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale up. We're gonna come all the way to the front of our mat. We're gonna step back and meet in plank pose here, nice and strong. Nice and strong in your plank. Then just step out with that left foot to the left. Out and in. Out and in our plank. Left foot comes to the middle. Right foot goes out to the right 5 times. Awesome job. Plank. Knees down, belly down. Hug those elbows, body. Press into the mat. Elbows are nice and close to the body. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale to knees. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Breathe. Lift that right leg high. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Square off those hips, bring that right foot in between the hands, help with the knee too. Lower that left knee, step on that left foot. Press into that right heel, inhale. 5 breaths here. Hips are coming forward, we're reaching out of those hip joints all the way up, lengthening through the fingertips. Breathe, feel that stretch in that right thigh. 2 more big breaths. Left arm comes down, reach that right arm towards the sky. Right hand comes down, we're gonna walk those hands back, hips come back, we're gonna fold over that right leg, forehead to the right toe, breathe. Two more big breaths here. Okay, maybe you guys wanna watch me, we're gonna come into our Shiva squats. So from here, I'm gonna walk my hands forward, I'm gonna tuck my back toes, I'm gonna stand up into like a standing split. And when from here, I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna be bending into my right leg, and I'm bringing my left ankle behind my right. Inhale, lift, exhale, bending, squatting. Inhale, lift, exhale, 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, left foot goes to meet the right, forward fold. Bend in the knees, cup opposite elbows, ragdoll, side to side. Release any tension you might be feeling in your head, your jaw. Okay, release the hands. Nice and slow, come all the way up. Last time, come up with your head. Do the other side now. Go back to yoga, waking up. Can't swallow, but I have the yoga. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring those hands to your shin, try to get a nice far back. Root to crown, nice straight line. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step all the way back with the left foot, step back with the right. We're here nice and strong in our plank. Okay, this time we're gonna lift, just bring that right knee to that left elbow. And we're still in the plank, so we're not looking at downward facing dog, so our belly's still down. We're just holding here. 2 more breaths. Step back. Right knee to the right elbow. Breathe. Step back. If you have chaturanga in your practice, chaturanga, we're going to meet in downward facing dog. If not, knees down, belly down. Upward facing dog, cobra. Downward facing dog. Let that left leg high. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Look in between the hands, step through the hands. Lower that right knee, soften that right foot. Press into that left heel. Hips are square towards the front of the mat. Coming forward, feeling that stretch in that right thigh. Really lengthening, reaching. Maybe it's like that there. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches. Breathe here. Left hand comes down, sit those hips back, fold over that left leg. Breathe. Okay, this is where we're going to come into that standing split Shiva squat. So walk those hands out, bunch up those back toes. Press up into that left leg. Inhale, exhale, bend into that left knee, bring that right ankle behind the left. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squat. 2 more. Exhale, forward fold. Press into the heels, root your eyes all the way up. Exhale, hands apart. Breathe. Connect to your breath, anchor in. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with that left foot, step back with the right. We're going to come into our side plank here. So from here, we can just bring those heels all the way to the left. And then see if you can stack the feet, stack the arms, lift the hips. If this is too much, you guys, just lower that left knee down. And still, just try to get a nice little strong line, still lifting the hips up like that. And breathe. It's great. There's so much, you guys. So you can get 5 breaths, really lifting the hips up. Awesome job. Step back into plank. Okay, we're going to bring that left knee to the right elbow. Hold. Breathe. Step back. We're almost there, you guys. Right knee to left elbow. Step back, knees down, belly down. Come forward, come down halfway. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe. Knees down, wide. Toes together, child's pose. Hands and fingertips, lift the gaze. Left arm comes all the way up to a T. Thread it underneath, thread the needle.
Right fingers reach towards the front of the mat, and maybe take them up to the vine, back behind your left hip. And sit those hips back. Breathe. Press into the mat, left arm reaches all the way up. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Roll into plank. Couple breaths here in plank. Core is engaged, nice and strong. And then slowly lower those heels to the right. See if you can stack the feet, lift and stack the arms into your side plank. At any time, if you need to drop that right knee, go ahead. Awesome job. Roll back into plank. Left knee to nose. Hold. Step back. Right knee to nose. Step back. Hold into plank. Knees wide. Toes together. Child's pose. Great job, guys. Tap the fingertips. Right arm comes out. Spread it underneath. Slowly come down that right shoulder. Left fingertips reach, take the bind. Hold. Left hand presses in, right arm reaches. Exhale. Then just take a small break to get a drink of water before we practice our march. Our march pose. We haven't done our march pose yet. So, warrior 3 is going to be our march pose. Let's not grab it. That's here. Do like that. So warrior 3 is hard. Sometimes it's not, and sometimes it is, but I want us to try to. So warrior 3 is a balancing pose. It's really, it's core, it's strength, it's all these different things all at once. I just kind of want to show you guys how I get into warrior 3. I have a hard time. I want our goal by the end of May is to be in warrior 3 with our hands at our heart center. That's my goal. So I'm going to take us through a sequence to get there, but just to show you guys where we're going to end up. So when I'm going to be, we were doing the standing like Shiva squash just to see if you guys can get comfortable in that one-legged stand. So when we're like in, say we're in our high lunge, and I'm like this, okay? Maybe I can bring my hands behind me even. I'm just gonna slowly lift off and press into that right heel and see if I can just lift that left leg behind me with my arms and see if I can get like a strong line of energy here. We might just start here today and breathe. Okay? That feels good. See if you can bring your hands to your heart center. Find that focus point. We're really trying to square our hips to the mat. So we're not like this way, we're not like that. Like that's what I noticed too. I'll notice I'm like, oh, I'm not really squared off. So I want to find that focus point, that drishti, and then try to maybe even just do with like airplane arms. Find that point. You fall over, that's okay. And then see, and maybe if you flex that back foot, that might help. Bend in that front knee a little bit and see if you can bring your hands to your heart. Sounds great. So you can get 5 breaths. Kirsten's rock star.
Just on this side of it.
Oh, we'll try the other side.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you can do it. I wanted to see how we could do it from just standing because it's easier from standing, but we're going to do it through a sequence. And we'll just see, you know, it's our first time. So it's just like any other pose, at the beginning of the month, we're like, wobbly mess, and then we're like, oh, I got this. All right, let's just try it on the other side before we do it through the sequence. This will be it, and now we're on the floor and all that fun stuff. So, okay, so just kind of really ground down in that left foot. Find your drishti point, maybe bring your arms behind you. And then try to see if you can square off your shoulders and your hips to the mat. From there, maybe just bring your hands to the heart. With 5 breaths. All right, let's just do one last sequence. We'll kind of incorporate everything we just did. We'll get on the floor, calm ourselves down a little bit, and do our final meditation. We're gonna say we're gonna bathe our minds. It's a bath for our minds. All right, so let's meet in that Tadasana. That mountain pose in the front of the mat. I just want to breathe and connect here. I want you to feel the breath and the energy coming from the earth through your feet, through the front of your body, all the way up the front of your body, around the crown of your head, and then down the back of your body, out your heels. So I want you to just stand here, feel that energy coming through the feet, up the front of the body, all the way down the back of the body, and ground you back out through the heels into the earth. 5 breaths just like that. Connecting us, grounding us. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Really bring that chin down to your own heart. Inhale, hands to shins, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, step all the way back to that right foot, lower that knee, lower that foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches. Left arm comes down, sit those hips back, roll over that left leg. We're gonna walk into that left leg, we're gonna lift those toes, we're gonna see if we can come into our warrior 3 from here. Bring those hands to heart. And breathe. Now see if you can plant the hand, step all the way back to that right foot, lower that right heel, come into warrior 2. Side angle. Yeah. Nothing to me. A little battery. Are we plugged in? Here I am, guys. Side angle, 5-pointed star. I'm gonna plug my phone in so we don't lose us. 5-pointed star, forward fold. Right hand comes underneath the forehead, left hand reaches. Left hand comes down, right hand reaches. Bend into that left knee, come into your prayer hands. All the way up, over to the right. All the way up, come onto your front of your mat, step back into plank. Chaturanga, or knees down, belly down. Halfway down, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift that right leg high. Bring it all the way through. Lower that left heel down, come into your warrior 2 on this side. Side angle. 5-point star. Hinge at the hips, forward fold. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches. Left hand down, right hand reaches. Bend into that left knee, hands up, prayer. Come on up and over to the other side. Into the front of the mat, step back into plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Okay, now we're gonna lift that right leg high. Bring it all the way through. And we're gonna bring our hands to our heart, lift up, see if you can lift up into your warrior three. And breathe. Awesome job. Plant the hands, you guys, from here. I want you to step that left leg behind that right. Slowly come down onto your knees, onto your butt. And we're going to keep our knees stacked just like this over one another. Then see if you can hug the knees, but try to get those sit bones both on the ground. So sometimes I use my hands, I try to shimmy, just so I can try to feel both sit bones, feel that stretch, and breathe. You guys did great today. Trying to slow things down a little bit. Two more big breaths here. Okay, we're just gonna unravel the legs, bring our hands behind us, and just do big windshield wipers here. Breathing. Okay, now that right heel is gonna come outside of that left glute. And then that left foot's gonna go over that right knee. And then we're gonna just kind of shimmy to try to get both sit bones on. And sit nice and tall. Hug that knee in. Breathe. Big inhales, big exhales. Okay, unravel. Big windshield wiper. We're gonna do another little sequence of that slowing the breath down. So we're gonna come to the back of the mat, our legs are gonna come out in front of us. Sitting in our stair pose, so we're sitting up, trying to stack our bones nice and tall. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Land wherever you land, but exhale all that breath out. Really fold that chin. Look at your bow your own heart. Let all the air out. Inhale up. This is it 5 times, just like this. So we're inhaling and exhaling all the breath out. Inhale, using that core twist. Exhale. Bending at the hips, really listen. One more, just like that. Okay. Bend those knees, bring the hips, the heels, we're gonna come into a rolling bridge. So come onto your backs. Knees together. Press into the heels. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, slowly lower. Keeping those knees close together. Heels close together. Press into the heels. Just lifting the hips up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Exhale down. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side. Reach to the outside of that right foot, outside of that left foot. Flex the feet, happy baby. Breathe. Okay, we're gonna bring the feet down. We're gonna bring that left ankle over that right ankle over that left knee. And we're just gonna interlace those hands behind for a figure 4 here. Lift that left heel. Press into that right leg with that right elbow. We're just gonna do a little more stretch there. Breathe. Flex that left foot. More stretch. Maybe hug that leg a little closer to you and just breathe. Slowly release the hands. Keep the legs the way they are. Just lower that left heel down. Bring your hands out to a T. Use that right foot to slowly guide that left knee over to the right. Not forcing anything, nice and slow. And then look over your left shoulder. Big inhale, big exhale. Release the feet, release the grip of the knee. Head comes to center, windshield wiper those legs, left to right. Nice and slow. Okay, knees are bent. And we just bring that left ankle over that right knee. Lift that right foot as we interlace the hands behind that right thigh. Using that left elbow to press into that left leg a little bit. Breathe, maybe flex that right foot for more stretch. Deep breath. Release the grip. Arms out to a T. Slowly lower that right heel. Using that foot, guide that right knee over to the left, nice and slow. Gaze over that right shoulder, right fingertips, and breathe. We're slowly going to unravel into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Get whatever you need. I'm just going to get Kirsten a nice towel. Just really, really ground down, melt into your mat, become heavy in every way. Just releasing any thoughts that arise. Just label them thoughts. That's all they are. We are not our thoughts. We really aren't even these bodies. We are souls and spirit that we bring to these bodies. But we are soul and spirit that have a body, that have a mind. Not the other way around. We're not a body that has a soul. And this body changes all the time. I'm not in the same body I was in when I was 5. Or when I was 1. This body doesn't stay the same. My thoughts are always changing. They're never the same. But what is the same is my true nature. That never changes. Pure spirit soul that's within all of us. Just that little spark of the whole that lies within each one of us. Imagine that little spark of divine, loving energy right into your heart center. Maybe let it permeate all throughout the bright golden sunlight. Let it shine all the way from your heart, through your chest, shoulders, arms, wrists, fingertips, through your side body, your torso,
your hips, your upper legs, lower legs, heels, toes. That loving, divine, healing energy, the warm sunlight coming from your heart, traveling all the way up your neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, cheeks, chin, ears, back of the body, back of the legs. Let it permeate through the whole entire body. Golden, warm, energizing, divine, healing light. Would you just bathe in this warm, divine, healing light? And it's time to come back. You'll hear the crystal ball. So feel your toes, your fingers, deepen the breath. Small movements to the body. Big, nice Sunday morning stretch. And some nice clearing energy, sealing our practice. Meet in a comfortable seat. To just read this little indication for abundance for us for this week, going forward, for the season coming ahead. We thank you for the abundant supply in our lives, overflowing with beautiful opportunities for us to express our divine light so that others may benefit as well. Thank you for the peace, happiness, and love that you bring. Thank you for all the time and energy that we have to fulfill our dreams and our desires. Thank you for the abundant financial support and supply. We gratefully accept all of our gifts that you are giving us and ask that you keep them coming. Loving your abundance for us, the light in me honors the light in you, namaste. We were asked for a little abundance. It's a little lucky time of year. They say,
Can't hurt.
you know, we'll ask a little bit of luck for the Irish. You don't know if you don't ask. A little financial support, who doesn't want that? Hi, guys.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome. Happy to Zoom with you. Zoomy, zoom, zoom. Good. I hope that felt good. Hi, Hank. I hope that felt good to get a little movement, and it did for me.
Definitely did.
Cool. Warriors 3, are we Warriors 3 yet, or?
Challenging.
It's always fun in the beginning of the month, right?
Yep. I managed.
We talk to you in April. And we'll
Yeah.
try
What?
it's
One
like
side, you know, one side's always better than the other, especially when you first start.
100%. Yeah. One-legged stuff. Yeah. So, all right. Well, you have a good day. I am back to my routine of going running tomorrow. Gonna do my self-care. I gotta get back. So.
Okay, let me know if you want to step up.
Oh, I'm going to. That's what I'm telling you. You will see me tomorrow.